Let's bring in Democratic Congresswoman Debbie Dingell from Michigan. It's good to have you back on the program. And there is a lot of alarm and there's a lot of talk, concern, conversations about illegality. But what can Democrats in Congress actually and successfully do besides talk about it and raise the alarm?
Well, Chris, first of all, I think that people do care about their data and their privacy. I know young people have a different perspective than maybe some that are more seasoned, but as each day we find out, I mean, I had heard this earlier this week, he has access to all of the information at the Office of Personnel Management, every government worker, their social security numbers, their address. Now he has the payment system, every social security number, what taxes people have earned, and their health care information. He has been there for weeks getting Medicare, etc. The Constitution guarantees people a right to their privacy. We should not be giving billionaires and big tech the kind of access that they've gotten. And as people learn what kind of information is being gathered, collected, and tracked, manipulated by billionaires, they are concerned. We're going to see litigation. You've seen a lot of already courts that have put stays on things, etc. You're going to see legislation. And by the way, they're going to do privilege motions. Republicans are going to have to vote on the record. And you have to keep the education and advocacy program going as well.
Well, Speaker Mike Johnson seems unclear about what can and cannot be done. Take a listen to what he said.
Does Trump have the authority to shut down government agencies without Congress? Like, yes or no?
It's not that simple, because if they're executive branch agencies, the executive is in charge of them. Congress funds them, but there are important, questions to be asked about all the parameters of that. So I don't have all the answers.
I don't have all the answers. So, Congresswoman, are there questions in your mind about Congress's role in something like shutting down or gutting USAID?
Not only USAID, we're expecting any minute. We've been hearing he's going to try to eliminate the Department of Education. That's established by an act of Congress. Our forefathers, when they founded this democracy, had 3 branches of government, a system of checks and balances. And our responsibility in the legislative branch is to put a check on the executive branch. And no, he cannot. He is not king. He is not a dictator. He cannot sign an executive order and do away with what Congress has established. I'm clear on that. You're going to see litigation. You're going to see legislation. And we will get people on the record to vote for this. And I hope the American people will get their members to be Republican members, because Democrats don't approve of this, on record saying, do you really think this is okay to have my data? Do you really want to eliminate what's going to happen to our schools, make classes larger, in eliminating the Department of Education if he ends up doing that?
Well, I mean, there is, some people have pointed out, a question of urgency here, because you can disassemble something very quickly. We've already seen, for example, that about 20,000 people, maybe more, have said they're going to take a buyout, in spite of the fact that it's unclear to a lot of folks whether or not where the money's going to come from to pay them out. And then legislation, law, takes time, even if the Republicans were willing to do something, which I haven't heard any of them suggest that they would. And legal cases take time. So should there be a concern that a lot could go away, a lot could happen, a lot could change, and rebuilding it, if that's ultimately what happens, will be a much longer and very expensive process? I mean, can Democrats afford to stand back and say, let's see how the legal process goes out? Let's see if constituents start to get angry.
We can't stand back. We got to, look, here's Mike. Right now, Donald Trump is creating total chaos. And chaos exists out there, and everybody wants to make sure nobody can focus on one thing. We have to focus on the big issues. When he put out the OBM freeze, and you saw Head Start and Meals on Wheels and programs across the country frozen, people spoke up. That was retracted. When he put tariffs that were going to increase the prices of everyday goods, I believe in tariffs, by the way. I think tariffs are a tool in the toolbox, but not across the board that are going to immediately increase consumer prices. Litigation can get immediate stays and say you cannot do this while this is going through the courts. Quite frankly, frankly, the fastest thing we can do is the litigation strategy. But we also have to try to legislate. We got to educate, and people on the ground have to make their voices heard if they are worried that they don't want someone having their personal record, medical records, and being able to use that somehow. So it really is a combination of litigation, legislation, education, and communication.